Sometimes I just like to seductively stroke my steering wheel, just thinking about like everywhere me and Bertha been. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know where we been, honey. Like, oh my god. So there were like a couple things I wanted to talk about in relation to the guy that I'm not supposed to be talking about anymore. Like, dude, this eyebrow is not cooperating today. Y'all see like I'm gonna have to look in the camera for this shit, like, because the camera don't lie and shit, like, before I start in on this, dude, because I want to reminisce. We're walking through the park and reminiscing right now. We're about to be walking through the park reminiscing. So I was just thinking about, you know, the guy that I'm not supposed to be talking about anymore. I want to do some reminiscing. So what I think is hilarious is looking back on it, like remembering, you know, if I don't ever see him again, I do have these few memories that I find just absolutely hilarious for a couple reasons. So one of the reasons is my coworker. So me and this guy, right, like this manager dude, you know what I'm saying, full on, like, he wasn't like the manager, but he was a manager, honey. And so me and him, like, I mean, when the night that he came back there and said he was leaving, dude, I went gloves off, like I said, and I was just like, he was like giving some like reasons or talking about some shit, you know, that like, you know, like his reasons, I guess. And I was like looking in his eyes all deep and concern, you know, and compassion and shit. I was like stroking his arm. I was just laying it on, because why not? Do you know what I mean? Like, why not, right? So I'm just stroking him, you know. And my coworker, dude, like, okay, so my coworker, I love her. A lot of times when she and I were in there alone, you know, closing it down, dude, like, he would come along, and I felt like there were a couple of times when she like caught wind that maybe like there was something between us, you know, or like the whisper of something, right? Like, I could go into detail and tell stories, and I'm not going to right now. But anyways, she had caught on a little, but she was like, but then she thought she was crazy or something. But this night, honey, she didn't have no effing doubt. I'm in there, like, I'm rubbing his arms, dude. I'm like, we're standing real close, and I'm just like freaking just all up against him and shit, dude. Like, rubbing down, dude. Like, whispering, like, sweet nothings in his ear and shit. I'm serious. Like, this was the level this shit was at, dude. And he wasn't not liking it. And I'll never forget my coworker looking back, because we were kind of hiding off, you know, in a private area, you know what I mean? She's looking back there, and like, I looked toward her direction. She was looking in our direction with this look of like disgust / what the F on her face / why are you rubbing on him and not helping me, you know, close this? But it was mostly what the fuck and confusion and disgust and shit, and like get a room type shit, you know, just get a room. That shit was absolutely hilarious. And I hate PDAs, public displays of affection. I really can't stand that shit, so I get it. Do you know what I mean? But honey, when a man and a woman love each other, what are you gonna do? And that was the night he and I hugged and shit. And we tried to hide away, right? But we just went all in, you know. Once it was on, you know what I'm saying? And like, straight right in front of the coworker, dude, didn't even give a fuck. We just went for it, you know what I'm saying? And I know she had to see that shit. He and I clicked. We clicked. We did more than click. We did a lot more than click. Because you can click with people a lot, but dude, that kind of clicking, like, that kind of clicking don't happen every day, which is why I'm so confused as to why. I'm just confused as to why. Because I'm telling you what, there wasn't a fiber of my being that was playing. I wasn't playing, honey. Like, even as I sit here now, I can say, I love that guy. Like, I don't care if this is rejection, and then if I never, like, see him again and I have been rejected or some shit. First of all, it doesn't feel that way, like I've said before, but, you know, I also don't care, because I just, as a person, just, like, as a freaking soul, you know, like, for better or worse, you know, like, because nobody's perfect, you know what I mean? I love that fucking guy. Like, I love him. And when it comes to, like, romance and shit, oh, honey, like, that, I would love that man forever, dude, for real. I mean, you know, there are some things you can do that you're, like, dead to me. Some things you can say, some things you can do that you are fucking dead to me. And I don't care who you are. Don't matter. You say that thing, doesn't matter, you know, whatever it is, we don't know, right? But you say it, you do it, dead to me. So, nobody's safe from that, really, but there are some mofos who are basically dead to me, who I can still sit here and say, yeah, I love that person. You know what I mean? Wouldn't ever deal with them again in a million effing years. Well, probably would in a million years, you know, because that's just, like, literally life in the Matrix and karma game and the wheel of existence and shit. But, you know, like, would never deal with them again. It was a situation of, like, you've heard the saying, you know, hanging on somebody's every word. It was like that, but like, deeper, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't just hang on his every word, like, as he would speak. You know, it would, like, it flowed out to me like this sweetest, like, honey, like, heavenly honey, like, Manuka honey, like, from heaven, like, actual, like, heaven's version of Manuka honey. Like, it was, like, the sweetest, like, you know what I mean? Like, every freaking word, like, as he would be speaking, I would just be, like, bathing in this, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, dude, that was the fit. That was my perception. That was the experience on my end. Okay, it's kind of like those SNL clips, the skits where they're talking about being abducted by aliens. There's always, like, 3 of them talking about how they were abducted by aliens. It's like, yeah, my experience was a little different, dude. Ain't nobody got time to talk about this. 2 minutes left. What? Oh, God. Turning this off.